Okay. So, I don't know how I'm gonna do this story because it's like 2 parts, but... Okay, so we have Luke and we have James. Luke was like at least like weeks, maybe a month or 2 before I met James. Yeah, like Luke was before James. So James was pretty much like whining and dining me. Like we could do something like go to In-N-Out and he would turn it into like a romantic thing. So I was really, really liking that, and I kind of was like feeling like I was being a married couple with him, even though we'd only been on a couple dates. So one of the dates we went on was we went to a movie theater about like, I want to say it's like a 30-40 minute drive from where I live, but you know, in LA it's just confusing to like describe where it was, but it's far from the area I live. It's somewhat far, but I've been there before, but I don't go there often. Anyway, so it's not really like the most banging place, but it's very, very nice. Like, actually, I take that back. It's a very, very nice place. I've only been there, I can still count on my hand how many times I've been to this venue, right? So basically, James takes me to the movies, you know, gets the tickets. He's like, if you let me know if you want snacks, whatever. So we're actually running pretty late for, oh man, I can't remember the movie right now. Oh god, I can't remember the movie. Anyways, if I can remember it, I'll put it in the description. So, I wasn't really into this movie, whatever it was, but he got, I think it was Mad Max. So that's gonna like date when this date was. So if I remember correctly, we went to see Mad Max. I had no idea what the movie was about. I had no plans to go, but we were going to like a 10:30 showing or something. And at this point, I already trusted him, and my friends kind of knew like we'd been going on dates for a while. I felt very comfortable with him. So that's why I was like, okay, 10:30 showing, I can do that. Like I can tell like my mom and stuff, and you know, I feel good. So the showing was, the movie was already about to begin, and I think we got in line and everything was cool. I was feeling like super giddy because he's just a very romantic dude. I still talk to him, but occasionally. But so yeah, we get to the venue and it turns out there's like barely any seats left. So the good part is that James was able to like spot these seats toward the middle of the theater, and then in the middle of the theater, so in the middle of the theater, there was just like 2 or 3, I think there was 3 seats empty, if I remember correctly. I was sitting next to a stranger, and then I feel like there was another empty seat. So it's like if we would have moved over, someone could have had another seat. It was something like that. And so the movie was about to start. We both sat down, and I had the weirdest feeling that whoever was gonna come in was gonna be hella noisy, because there was only 2 seats left in the front and in my row. So I was like, please, like, the person's either gonna go in the front or over there. So I was like, whoever's being noisy, I hope like they don't come over here, even though I'm really loud in the theater. Y'all, I don't know where I'm going. Anyway, so James is really sweet, and he looks over and he's like, did you want something, popcorn or anything? And I'm like, no. Like, I always say no first, because honestly, I will not finish my food. So sometimes I'm like, there's no point in wasting it. But he was really sweet, and he's like, come on, like, if I get a popcorn, like, you can have some, like, we can split it, like, you don't have to finish it. So I said, okay, go and get the popcorn, go and be cute. So he went and got a popcorn and I think a drink too, and you know, just really sweet. Because let me tell you, some of these dates I've been on have been rude as hell and been trying to like you know, just be like really rude. But yeah, he was being super sweet. So he goes to get the stuff. So we weren't too late, but yeah, there was obviously not that many seats. There was these people being kind of loud as they were coming in. So remember, there was only 2 spaces where I was that had like seats. So there were a lot of couples, I would say. A couple walks in and I immediately get this weird feeling, and I don't know how to describe it. It was just like a feeling of like something is gonna happen, and I get it whenever I'm like around a lot of people. Like, I guess I don't know who I'm gonna see, right? So I look over and guess who is being loud as F trying to look for a seat but Luke, who I haven't seen in like weeks or maybe months or whatever, and he's on a date with another girl, and but I'm on a date with another guy, but we're in the same theater on the same day at the same time. Like, I don't think, like, the coincidence would be pretty crazy because there are so many other theaters close to me, and he doesn't live like that close to me, but just the odds are pretty weird. Like, it's still the Valley, but like that's pretty far out. Like, I usually wouldn't be caught over there, but I don't get how he would be over. I was just confused, and literally my heart like dropped so much. Like, my heart like almost exploded. So I started sweating. Like, I started sweating a lot, and this is something like I've never ran into, because until I started downloading Tinder, I only dated 2 people. I only dated 2 people, and one of them was my crazy stalker, if you've seen any of those stories. So obviously I don't know what I'm doing. So I didn't know what to do, and I just like froze up, and I was like, oh my gosh, please do not see me, do not look. And like, luckily he was kind of in that like crowd days, and he like didn't see anything, but I was just in shock. And then so the movie hadn't started yet, and James comes back, and I'm like freaking out, and I'm trying to be normal, but I can't. And so he's like, oh yeah, I got the popcorn, and like I think he got candy too. Like, he's super sweet. And then we're sitting there, and I'm like pissed for some reason. Like, I don't know why I'm pissed. I guess because we left on such a bad note, and then I had to see him again, and he was being obnoxious. Like, he was being like so bad. But during the movie it was fine. It was just like, it's almost like he wanted the whole crowd to notice him, but I know he didn't see me then. So the movie was so good. I was so glad that like James picked the movie and got me to like go out the house and like whatever. The only thing though was that when we left, I don't know what the hell happened, but I was like, either we need to run out of here, or we need to take our time and like not look at them, because I don't want to run into him and this girl he's on a date with. No shade to the girl too. She was really pretty. She probably realized he was shitty too. But that's a whole nother thing. But anyway, so you know, I'm sure like he didn't notice me, and I was like, I kind of like having the upper hand. So I was like, perfect, I can avoid him. So I don't know what happened with the way we were walking, but we walked, and then we ended up in the same effing, like, the same exact, like, place where they were walking. The same exact place. And I was like, oh my God, do not see me, do not see me. And so we're walking, and we're kind of, like, walking, like, behind them, kind of in front of them. And then Luke takes out a cigarette and like smokes. And then you know, the girl was like asking him something, and I can't remember what she said, but we were really close walking to the parking lot. And then I guess when we like curved around a certain point, James put his arm around me, like the exact moment where like I just got confused. James put his arm around me the moment that Luke passed right by and looked. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, that was like literally the most perfect thing ever, but it's also the most ratchet thing ever that this is like happening. But he put his arm around me, so like he was able to see like I was on a date with someone else, and like it looked like it was going 20 times better than the date that he was on, because he was literally smoking, and like we were obviously like bothered by that. Me and James, you know, we were just like, bye. But yeah, so then we went to the parking lot, and I could tell that Luke saw me, and I just pretended I didn't see him at all. It was so beautiful, but I don't know, definitely James saved that moment. Yeah, that's pretty much the story. I had to give my freaking long ass background, but yeah, that's the time that I literally saw my Tinder date on another date while I was on my Tinder date. But you know, we had hung out a lot before, and it's just like super weird. I think like 2, maybe 3 months ago, I rematched with Luke, and then he messaged me something that was like really weird. Like he messaged me something like, hey, like, do you want to get together again? Like, come to my house, and like something, it'll be a little secret. And I was just like, no, honey, no. So anyways, that's my weirdo Tinder story, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.